Suku Prihatin subscription hits 666 million ringgit. Malaysia to join COVAX vaccine plan. Good evening, I'm Jessica Lee. Welcome to News at 10. The government has decided to upsize the total issuance of Sukuk Prihatin by an additional 166 million ringgit in response to the encouraging demand from eligible subscribers. Now, Sukuk Prihatin, the government initiative under the National Economic Recovery Plan or PENJANA, has been oversubscribed, registering a total subscription of more than 666 million ringgit, now surpassing its initial target issuance size of 500 million ringgit. Finance Minister Tengku Datuk Seri Zafrul Abdul Aziz in a statement said the subscription period ended on 17th of September and the Sukuk Prihatin will be issued on the 22nd of September with a maturity period of 2 years. It offers a profit rate of 2% per annum, which is tax exempted and will be paid on a quarterly basis. Sukuk holders also have the option to donate the principal amount either in part or in full upon its maturity on the 21st of September. Sukuk Prihatin was introduced by the government to provide an opportunity for the rakyat to contribute to the nation's rebuilding efforts due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Proceeds from Sukuk Prihatin will be channeled to the COVID-19 Consolidated Fund for the implementation of recovery measures such as enhancing connectivity to rural schools, supporting research on infectious diseases and financing micro-entrepreneurs. The standardization of several issues regarding regulations, licensing and taxes involving the hospitality sector and global online lodging service Airbnb will be finalized by the end of this year. Now, according to Housing and Local Government Minister Zuraida Kamaruddin, the standardization must take into account various aspects to ensure the best possible outcome for all parties involved.
Itu sama ada sebab pelesenan lah. Sama ada mereka kita nak bolehkan mereka untuk beroperasi di rumah-rumah residence ataupun tidak. Dan kalau nak proses, apakah dia punya license, apakah dia punya cukai, apakah dia punya fees, itu semua kena. Atau bagaimana dia punya dia punya hubungan dengan JMB dan MC. Kan rumah-rumah ni semua ada JMB dan MC yang harus diuruskan dan sebagainya.
Speaking to the media after the inauguration ceremony of Taman Murai Jaya Community Hub, Durian Tunggal, she said the process involves the Housing and Local Government Ministry, together with the Tourism, Arts and Culture Ministry, the State Government and the Malaysian Productivity Corporation MPC to find the best way to standardise the issue as a whole. On Monday, Minister in the Prime Minister's Department of Economic Affairs, Datuk Seri Mustafa Mohamad, said the government would finalise the standardisation of the issues to aid the sector, which was severely impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. The Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission, or MCMC, has commenced investigation into consumer complaints regarding the reduction of the upload speed for unified 500 megabits per second broadband plan launched by Telekom Malaysia Berhad or TM last month. MCMC in a statement today said the details of the complaint stated that TM had offered 200 megabits per second upload speed for the 500 megabits per second unified broadband package. Now, after reviewing TM's official website, MCMC said the complainant detected that the package had changed since the 2nd of September, with the upload speed reduced by half to only 100 megabits per second. MCMC said that it will not hesitate to take action against the service provider if the initial investigation finds that there are elements that violate the interests of consumers. The Communications and Multimedia Act 1998 pays close attention to the interests of telecommunications service users. MCMC also gives assurance that the investigation on the issue will be conducted transparently and fairly. Malaysia will participate in the COVID-19 Vaccine Global Access or COVAX plan to obtain the required vaccine supplies when it is available. Now, a statement by the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation or MOSTI said the government is currently discussing and negotiating the terms of participation with the Global Alliance for Vaccine and Immunization or GAVI-GAVI, the organization that manages COVAX. The government is also discussing terms to join the Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Innovations or CEPI, as well as attempting to establish a government-to-government agreement with China for access to vaccines developed by Chinese pharmaceutical companies. The statement also said the government via the Health Ministry has signed a non-disclosure agreement with numerous pharmaceutical companies worldwide currently in their third phase of vaccine trials to negotiate supplies for when the vaccines are completed and approved. Malaysia's approach of joining COVAX, forming strategic coalitions with other countries and negotiating directly with pharmaceutical companies will ensure that the country will be immediately and adequately supplied with effective and reasonably priced vaccines when the time comes. Science, Technology and Innovation Minister Khairi Jamaluddin will oversee and adjust the dealings in part of the Malaysia government. And now for the COVID-19 updates, the Ministry of Health or MOH reported 52 new cases today, with 36 of them originating from Sabah. Meanwhile, a new ARA cluster has been identified in Pulau Pinang involving 2 Malaysians. According to Health Director General Tan Sri Dr. Nur Hisham Abdullah, the index case for this cluster is a 44-year-old man, case number 10,024, who tested positive after arriving in Sandakan from Peninsular Malaysia. Patient number 10,217 is a relative to the index case and was sent to Hospital Pulau Pinang for treatment. And as of today, 16 individuals from this cluster had been screened, with 2 tested positive and 14 negative. He said 40 of the cases reported today were locally transmitted cases involving 26 Malaysians and 14 foreigners, while the remaining 12 were import cases involving 3 Malaysians and 9 foreigners. Cases in Sabah involved 27 from the Benteng Lahad Datu cluster and 2 more from the Selamat cluster. 12 cases are currently being treated in intensive care units, with 2 of them requiring respiratory aid. Today's development brings the cumulative number of positive cases in the country to 10,219. No new deaths were recorded today. Coming up next, woman cheats death after part of tower crane falls on her car. A total of 522 individuals were detained for violating the Recovery Movement Control Order, or RMCO. Now, according to a statement by Senior Minister for Security, Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob, 342 of the individuals were slapped with compounds, while the remaining 180 were remanded. In another related development, a total of 31,227 individuals returned to Malaysia via international borders as of yesterday, since the 24th of July. All of them were placed into 69 hotels and 8 other premises, including public training institutes, ILAs, and higher education private institutions nationwide. 8,673 individuals are currently undergoing mandatory. Among the offences were for engaging in activities in pubs or nightclubs involving 363 individuals, followed by not practicing physical distancing, 81, and not wearing face masks, 36. Meanwhile, 52,947 checks were conducted by the RMCO SOP Compliance and Surveillance Task Force. As for Op Benteng, 89 roadblocks were set up involving the Royal Malaysia Police PDRM, the Malaysian Border Security Agency AXIM, and the Malaysian Armed Forces MAF, which saw the arrest of 180 illegal immigrants, 5 smugglers, and a skipper. Also seized were 5 land vehicles. In another related development, a total of 31,227 individuals returned to Malaysia via international borders as of yesterday since the 24th of July. All of them were placed into 69 hotels and 8 other premises, including public training institutes, ILAs, and higher education private institutions nationwide. 8,673 individuals are currently undergoing mandatory 14-day quarantine, while 71 individuals have been sent to hospitals for treatment. The remaining 22,483 were discharged after being deemed fit to return home. Meanwhile, the Public Sanitation Ops under the Housing and Local Government Ministry have conducted 10,016 operations involving 135 zones. Now, yesterday, sanitation processes were carried out in 2 red zones, 1 yellow zone and 9 green zones in Pulau Pinang, Sabah, Sarawak, Selangor, Perlis and Kedah. Now, a 25-year-old woman had a close shave with death after part of a tower crane fell off a trailer and hit her car at Jalan SS2/24 Petaling Jaya yesterday. Now, according to Petaling Jaya District Police Chief ACP Nik Izani Muhammad Faizal, the victim, driving a Perodua Myvi, was on her way home during the incident, which took place at 5:45 p.m. The impact of the towered crane piece caused serious damage to the roof, windscreen and several other parts of the car. However, the victim escaped with no injuries. Neizani said initial investigations revealed that the accident occurred after a part of the tower crane knocked into 2 telephone poles, causing them to collapse onto the road. The woman has lodged a police report while the driver of the trailer has yet to do so. He also said an investigation paper has been opened under Rules 19 of the Road Traffic Rules 166/59 as the cargo carried on the trailer has fallen and caused an accident. Occupational safety and health programs must be increased among communities. Now, according to Chairman of Perikatan Community Selamat, Tan Sri Lee Lam Thai, now this will increase public awareness on the dangers of carbon monoxide poisoning. He was referring to the recent incident of carbon monoxide poisoning in a car which happened at Butterworth, Pulau Pinang on Wednesday.
Saya rasa ini kejadian yang berlaku ini telah membuktikan sekali lagi bahawa aspek tentang keselamatan di peringkat komuniti sangat penting. Komuniti ini memang itu termasuklah sekolah, ini termasuk ke tempat kerja, termasuk itu pejabat, itu termasuklah banyak pihak. Dan saya rasa isu keselamatan di peringkat komuniti inilah harus diambil berat oleh pihak kerajaan, NGO pun boleh membantu.
Despite many cases of deaths due to sleeping in cars were reported, the awareness among the rakyat remains low. He also advised vehicle drivers and passengers to be more mindful about their safety in cars. The spirit of unity and national integration formed since 57 years ago through the formation of Malaysia on the 16th of September 1963 is highly invaluable. Thus, it must be reinforced and protected from any negative elements as well as differentiating forces that could affect the unity and racial harmony of the rakyat. Environment and Water Deputy Minister Senator Datuk Dr. Ahmad Mazrizal Muhammad said the issue in which Sabah was claimed to be a part of the Philippines is irrelevant and baseless. Speaking at an event in Sandakan, he said Sabah is a part of Malaysia based on historical facts and evidence, as the rakyat of Sabah themselves have established their rights through the Cobalt Treaty. He strictly insisted that the government will not bow to any foreign pressure and will not negotiate with any parties regarding the sovereignty of Sabah. And we kick off with Malaysia's Super League. Johor Darul Takzim, or JDT, took a giant step closer to winning a 7th successive Super League title when they came alive after the break to thrash Selangor 6-1 at the Sultan Ibrahim Stadium in Iskandar Puteri, Johor. Now, should second place Kedah lose to Sabah on Monday, the Southern Tigers need just one more point from the remaining 3 matches to be declared champions and create another piece of history. Muhammad Safawi Rashid scored late in the first half to give JDT a 1-0 lead. The Southern Tigers came out firing after the break to score 5 more goals through Safawi, 49th minute, Diogo Luis Santo, 64th, Gonzalo Cabrera, 67th, and youngster Muhammad Ramadan Saifullah Usman, 72nd and 75th. Selangor, bruised and battered, got a consolation goal through Rufino Segovia in the 81st minute. JDT topped the 12-team Super League standings with 22 points after 8 matches, while Kedah sit in second spot with 13 points. At the UiTM Stadium in Shah Alam, UiTM FC stunned Terengganu FC TFC 2-1. Their goals were scored by Arif Anwar, 4th minute, and the winner from French centre-back Victor Nirenold, 60th minute. Terengganu's Lee Tak scored his team's only goal in the 38th minute. UiTM now sit in 3rd spot with 13 points. And from us this evening, in our top story, Suku Prihati's subscription hits 666 million ringgit. Join us for more updates at noon at 12:30 tomorrow. I'm Jessica Lee. Thank you for watching and good night.